We put some noodles out that were bad, and now we're feeding the birds. Because it is wet and we are unable to go out and see any other wild animals. And here's a bird that is just on the pond, walking around. It's been out here, feeding. When he finds something, he raises his wings.
Sticking his tongue out?
Here's a monitor lizard.
Ooh.
It's on the other side.
He's just going in. He's long, old devil.
They had finished bathing and she said, I had shampooed my hair and they said, just one more time for this. And he got her by the arm. She said,
What's that, your mom's food?
oh yeah, yeah, I see.
I see one behind the bush.
By the right-hand one. Yeah, there's a bush just to the left of it, and behind that is one.
There's some elephants down there that we're looking at. As you can see, they're in the distance, but they're there. Plenty of film.
Now we know it's your battery.
No, I got another battery.
Well, plug it in. Your thing is sitting up there.
It is
plugged in.
Oh, okay.
And here's the elephants from a little bit closer down. You see the elephants out there? And this is the dam right down here.
Came over here.
Here's the elephants right in front of us. I'm getting some good video.
Well, we either have to go...
See, they're coming up on the elephant. And here comes the elephant.
It's a bit skinny, doesn't it?
He does. I was thinking the same.
No tongue.
They look
Well, they
just
should be
walking
in
to the
seventh
bush.
heaven.
No, stay here, dear.
Collie, come here.
Here's the buffalo.
Oh, they got some calves with them.
Yeah,
look.
they have, huh? We're staring at
Maybe
Yeah.
a little bit closer.
You want me to go closer?
No,
No.
she's talking on the video.
See, it's so I let them know that it's a little closer to you. Your voice, by the way, is coming through the little calf there.
Where the skins will come out. The hide on this one. Yeah, hide. And they get washed in there.
And we tan the hide.
This is the butcher shop.
We're not really planning to, no. We'll be selling them. But basically everything starts from the other end.
And this is inside their future slaughterhouse.
So this is where the plastic sheets will hang.
Yeah.
This is Callie pup. The pup's out here roaming. And I'm going on safari. This is the mother and the father of those pups. Jigger, and that's Callie. Here's some of the birds. Okay, in the morning to feed. That is some kind of fowl, duck or bird that's in the water. Got them a fish or something.
Just fry them.
This is Rose washing dishes.
Okay.
Polly, tonight.
This is Jennifer working on the computer. Grace and some zebra in the field.
They're big. He's got such a, look at his long beak.
This is on the side of the road here, just some waterfowl that are out here.
Those ducks are pretty.
He's on the side of the road there.
Now he's coming back up. There
And
you
here
go.
he is. He's sitting on the thing for us, posing just real pretty for us. Look this way, fella. There you go. Real nice looking. These are just driving down on the side of the road. This is looking down on the mission from where eventually he hopes to build his home up here.
You'd clear that up there as well.
Yeah, it's a nice place. Like if let's say you want to see a good picture of that whole dam. From that side it will be fantastic. Very nice.
Really good job on it. Very good. That's lovely. It's beautiful. So where are you?
Near the ball.
There's the church.
Across the road from the base of the
I think it would be a nice place for house solution.
Oh, it'd be great. For yourself.
Here today. Here's where we slept. This is where this house is not complete yet. They haven't got the water hooked up to it yet. And this is where we eat. This is the roundhouse where we eat. And this is inside the room. You can see Jackie's still getting dressed.
Yep.
And this is in the near future bathroom. We had the shower, the water is not complete yet to the facility, so we had to shower in, or bathe in buckets. Now this is inside the roundhouse, and they're preparing breakfast here. A big crocodile on the other side. This is the dam here at Picklemore. And that's where we're looking at the alligators. There was a little one at first, and then that was a big one. Vegetation, bigger trees. Here Simon is washing his hands. He dug down into the sand to get the water, and he's washing his hands. And here's the river. There's a local African there. Here's the riverbed. Right there is the tree that they used to have clinics under, but as you can see, it eroded and is now in the river.
He dug into the sand to get to the water.
And here's a big termite mound. Next to a tree here. This is Grace dancing while we're waiting. The clinic, people have not shown up for the clinic, so Grace is listening. And here comes a mother and her kids. They're coming to the clinic. This is the Incarnate Word Nursery. Yeah, she met us the other day. And this is the kids playing with bubbles with Jackie.
more interested in the movie you're making than what's going on.
Yeah, I know. They're singing a song. June 7th. As you can see, it's a round church, open on 3 sides. In the back we have a basket for the calabashes representing every family.
ya un poco nisko kanifenye. Aliko ni cha owesho osifu na fai. Kamanyi kikati ato ikut upon kosi. So ketato ni kumbora Yesu Kristo ekejana. Yakini pechoto bola ulisepa. Osio lo mtu. Kaya kuna soro choto ni kumbokinta. Hapo dunia kuro kodo man ampopo kodo cha kaya kuna chapta ro Kristo kuro kumbo walk lo wi kumbo wali Yesu Kristo yaleta manto. Yenda si ndio tengini no ndio kukula hai. Toke nyo yokuni Kristo leta. Refusi onko owesto aquí se es madeni. Come itininde para kuku on olokirinta negas aku olokirinta. Onko aran nunca esateni. Aquí finiti. Silenyo na nyoro inechan go malai.
And this is the area that we're leading up to Tekla's house. This is in Low Rock. See, the scenery's a little bit different. The vegetation's a little different. And this is the house they built for Tekla. And that
Well, originally we was Mabaki. to
Originally
see if
they
that
had-
would work, and of course then it gives us better water catchment and everything
Yes,
else.
it does.
So we were worried about the coolness, but when you go inside there, it's very cool. At that house, I wanted
is
a
going to be
detached
the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
so you know it wouldn't be all smoked up and
Yeah.
things. So
this will have a mud stove in it.
Mabaki's well for it
And because they didn't have grass, they have
And then
the
I only wanted half
mabati
wall
or tin roof.
because
And then
I
you see
wanted
the gutters
the,
around
the
it.
smoke and everything to
And
be able
then
to go out.
that
Now
rainwater
what
collects
what
into
they-
this tank, and
what
that is
we're
their
going to do
water.
is put a hole through here at the bottom, and then we're going to put the.
And then this is the
She just had her
bathroom
fourth.
and the toilet in the bathhouse. And this is the house again from a different angle, and as soon as we can, we will get inside and see the inside of it.
We thought.
There's all those termite mounds. And this is the inside of the house. The walls. The other side, they have like shutter windows. The front room. And this is one of the rooms. And then this is the other room. You can see it's opened at the top here so that they can get the circulation. And this will have to stay cool just like the fast, but since they didn't have grass in this area, that's why they did that.
from that one angle, that's it.
And this is the front one.
So this way, you know, she's got her bedroom, the kids have their bedroom. And then what I'm gonna do is put a,
And this is the cattle over here. This is the cattle over here. And here they are walking up from Tekla's house to the dispensary. And this is Interlingua, where we're going to do our medical clinic. To the countryside, it's a little different. Yeah, right next to the riverbed here, the creek bed, or their chickens. And this is the hut where they do where we will see patients. And this is the healthcare worker's house. And you see they're sitting, Jackie and them are sitting there next to where she cooks. And then this is where they sleep. And they use this fence, the thorn bushes around the house to keep the animals out. That's kind of the fence. There's a mama hen and her little chicks. And this little house up there in the tree is where the chickens stay. And this is where the chickens stay at night. This little house they put the chickens in. This is the ladder that is normally up there. At night they put it up so the chickens can go in there. And then this is just some of the countryside. That is their bathroom or outhouse. And you can see some of the countryside here. It is dry, but it is pretty. A lot of that's an aloe vera that is grown big there. Of course, there's a goat in the back. Rained here, so before we cross the river, we're going to walk across and make sure that it's okay for us to drive across. But the sand, it's not too deep and the sand's not too soft. You can see how deep the water is on him. This is the road that we have to go up. Here's the river a little further down. Bringing his cow across the market. They decided it's too sandy there. By bringing his goat. And this is too mountainy over here for us to go across. Here's where the road is. There's a gentleman who's washing in the river. This is the road up from this side, and the truck is up there. So this looks good here, but it's the other side that there's a problem. This is a lady that's coming to market. You can see she has her things on her back. We're going to check this section out and see what it looks like. Jennifer and Rebecca checking out the river here. These guys made it across. Well, here we are at the river again. The next day, we're making the decision whether we're going to go back across. We came a different way, and we're going to come back this way. So they're walking across, deciding whether we should come or not. They have decided that the sand is too deep, so they're going to go walk down over here and see if it's okay for us to try crossing it there. And if not, then we will turn around and go back the way we came. These guys, they're still making the decision whether we're going to try this next spot to go across. They've decided that this is where they're going to go through, and these people, they're going to go through the people. So this will be the angle at which he needs to come, so he doesn't get stuck. This is the channel that they have created. And these are the channel markers. And here our markers have gotten into a water fight. So here he is, starting back over there to come down. And here he comes. Our group standing around, since this is our last clinic day, Bon Wild Clinic, but we can't go on it. This is them just standing around. They all can all say something, you know, it's live.
Well, tell them we just got out of the river.
Yeah, this is just right after we got out of the river, which y'all just saw in the video. I wanted to take a picture. This is off of Rebecca's patio. And this is the sister's house. Then this is a walk, which we walk into the dispensary. And as you can see, because of the range, it's beautiful and green. And this is their shamba on the other side of the fence. And the back side of their house. You can hear them talking. And then this is the way down to Peter's and Jerry's house. And this, of course, is the road leading down from Jerry's house down to the dispensary area and to the church. And this is further down the hill. As you can see, it's rocky on the side. And this is the road coming from the other direction going towards Rebecca's house from the dispensary. You can see the truck coming down. It's a pretty steep incline and pretty rough. The road, and this is the road going down from the dispensary, and as you can see, it's rather steep. And this is the road leading up to Simon's house. There's Simon's house, and there is Ryle's house. This is leading down from there and down to the bottom. And then this is the road going down to the river, and there's the tank for the water. And this is a little bit further down.
Your shamba now.
And there's Simon backing the truck up. Here's a dukkha to the side. I thought it was someone's house to the side. And this is just the countryside as you look at it from this angle. And this is just kind of at the bottom here. There's kind of like a cattle pen where they pin up the cattle. Not sure exactly what that is. And then here's some goats grazing here. And here's the road again. And some houses back here. And this is just where I just came from walking from. And here's another section of the road leading down to the river there. This is where I just was, and as you can see, it's muddy and pretty green. There's the countryside. Because of all the rains, it is pretty and green. And down there to this is the river we have to cross. As you can see, it's pretty rocky. And before you get to it, here's the road where I just came from, leading back there, and it's pretty muddy. As you can see, they have pretty green, nice trees. And here's the river again. That's where you cross and you go up the hill there. And this is just on the other side of the river. As you can see, they have cactus along the way. That was originally to keep some of the cattle and stuff out, I think. And here it is going down the road. And here is a sign leading down to the mission from the main road. As you can see, it goes this way and down. And that goes down to the river where we were. You can hear a truck coming. And here is where the men come to meet, and they stop in here to have drinks and stuff, kind of the Kokwa, where they have the town meeting. There is the sign. And this is the road from the other side, and as you can see some of the rooftops through there, and that is a school, and then Rebecca's house is over to the right of that. But this is coming down into Varpelo. And this is walking up from the river, going towards Rebecca's house. You can see the mountains. I just thought it was a pretty scene. All the clouds coming down. And here's Simon washing the truck. And this is going back up the hill. And this is Elizabeth's house. And this is the extra house that the ladies meet in. And then this is the church. And then this is the daycare. And this is leading back over to where Rebecca's and the sister's houses. Now that is the roof from the schools that you saw earlier. And this is leading down to Rebecca's house. And there's Rebecca's house from when you're coming into it. And here her house is a little bit closer. There's the latrine and the tank, water tank, and the house. And back over there is a little storage. And this here is a sharp curve. And this is another curve. In just a minute, Rebecca will be coming down that curve. These are our hairpin curves. And here's the,
Predate.
here's
Was
the
born on 30.
the old Pakimis. Pakistanis always have these big knees. Just developed mass sight. Yeah.
That also into the other.
Kim, come on. Cry for me again. This is the inside of a termite mound. You see all the little termites.
Pick one
in
up and
there?
you eat them.
You gonna eat 'em?
Did I bite it?
Yeah.
Trying to anyway.
And here's all the other camels coming in.
I think they come into the truck. They know it over here.
And that dark one is the male.
That's the one walking up.
This is Rebecca, Gunther, and John working out among their camels. This is Gunther's little one, and he's training him. So they're training him. We had a lot of rain last night, so I was taking pictures of the river this morning. Kind of full. In the past, this was always, you can walk across here very easily and it's not very wide. Today it's pretty full. And you can see the kind of mist across the top of the mountains there, of the hills. And this is the sun coming up in the morning. this is the Yang River. We came down early because we didn't know for sure if we'd cross it or not. Here's the birds, and they're playing with the mirror. This is where we camped out last night. It was raining, and the little shops were full, the little houses, and the lodge was full, so we camped out last night. There's Rebecca and Grace doing dishes. These are the little houses we had hoped to stay in, but they were all. As you can see, this is a different type of countryside. It's greener. See, that kind of looks like a man and a turtle, and then whatever else this other one is up here.
And on the other side, Princess?
Spaceship.
And that calm pool up there is where they did the baptism this year, or when they did the baptism, was to baptize in that pool right there. You can see the water comes along here. These are pretty long, tall cliffs here. And Rebecca says if we keep going that there is a spring further up there that you can swim in, but it's pretty tough to get to.
I did.
And this is,
When I went to
we're having a barbecue here at the Sisters. That's our cook.
I got him to speak. He's taking a picture of your butt. That young lady knows how to take shots, butt shots.
Heck yeah, I made sure.
How did you do it?
Tinder.
We fry, no? Yeah, we fry onion.
This is on Sunday, July the 28th, and we're having a picnic. The sisters from Nairobi are here. From Nairobi are here, and also we are celebrating our party before we leave.
So did y'all put that other meat in the oven?
And these are the sisters roasting corn on the fire. I don't know if you can see there. Here's the moon. It is a beautiful full moon. How much of this will be on the thing? Grace and Jackie enjoying their last white caps on the label in Barpello.
The last white cap in Barbello.
That's what we said, in Barpello. We make sure that's clear. And we're having shish kebabs
And you're
tonight.
drinking Uganda gin.
Jim and Thomas. And Grace, it has gotten clean, but the rest of us are still dirty. And here we are loading up to leave Barpello. It is the 31st of July. As you can see, there's a lot less stuff going than there was coming.
You're in?
Yeah, wow, they used to be heavy.
They were heavy when I brought them. Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you. Thank you for all of this.
I got her with it on.
Put your clothes on, girl.
Don't be naked here.
Too good.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
This is leaving. You can tell it's greener than it was when we came.
Yes, it is.
Till I get back. As you can see, it's a lot greener now than it was when we first came. Barpello.
Okay.
Still leaving Barpello.
Akija anaenda kukaa huko kwenye.
Right, crossing the river.
Animo.
It's down.
Anaenda kukaa na kinyi huko kwenye. Basi tunaona unarudi na lima ya nje.
Here is the cactus on the side. This is Jackie's cactus.
Yeah, that's
This is the finished gate to the peninsula, to the church. And it's made out of the spears. The men in the tribe gave their spears, and then it was welded so that that's their death. And this is the house that they're repairing. The wall was falling down, so this is how they're repairing. You can see how they do that, and then they put the plaster on top of it and paint it. They're repairing the windows. And the same in that room there. You can see how they do the house as it's open. Here's the front door. And then here is the kitchen, which is separate. You see the dirt on the bottom, there's the dirt and stones. And there's what they were repaired up there, and then they were whitewashed. And this is Jonathan, and he...
Jonathan Kapkomor Akeno, from resident of Kositei area.
And he is the curator, or he puts up the museum, the curator of the museum, and he is getting it together.
Welcome. Cultural museum. Well, I can start from this side. The way you look, or the way the house is looking, you may find the house is full of the material Pokot artifacts of ancient times. All the things which you can see here, you can see them, the way it's displayed, and the way it's decorated. And the reason of starting this project, it's not a way of just looking for money, no. All these are the old artifacts of Pokot of long time. Now, we have seen that, or we had discussed, or we discovered that the Pokot of nowadays, they have started to forget their long time customs. Now, what we do, I decided to start to collect these old artifacts for future use or for future teachings, because we are seeing that the Pokot children or the new generation which comes now are starting to forget what is there before. So, the things which you can see here is for only for future remembrance of Pokot tradition. Now, here, I'm holding a weaving container. We call it container. It's in container group. Means that we hold or we put something on top. So it's in the category of container. For we Pokot, if you go to Pokot traditional house, you find these small things is hung or is tied on in the half of the roofing house. This one we call it a carol. We tie it on top of the bed or in the middle of the house or the shelf of the roofing house, so that children or people or the mothers could put their place after use. Now we got the carol and we tie it up this way. For modern generation or the civilized people, they call it shelf. You can see here is 5 different types of sticks. Every stick has its own purpose. This one, we call it pel. They hold a shield like this one now. This shield is not the real shield which the Pokot were using before because it's made of metal. So what people were using before, they were using buffalo skin. But it is like this shape. So, and now I could have a shield made of buffalo skin, but at the moment it's difficult to get the buffalo skin this longer. Now, so people decided to make this. And the reason is that all the people from Nairobi, from Mombasa, from Eldoret, they came before I started to form this group or this project. Came before and they snatched all the old Pokot artifacts and they take them to go and sell to overseas countries. So that's the reason. That's the reason why we don't have the shields made of buffalo skin. So what people they do, they just find this. Now you beat, it's a man. Now when you are fighting with a man, you have to try to get the head and also the leg. So what you do, you have to do like this. In order to do like this, and then you have to try also to check that man where is the space. So we call this one tail. This one also, it is pen, but call it kaper, because it is together with the back, not yet removed with the back. Call it pen. So easy to make it this way. Now you can use it for fighting now. It works the same as this one. This is the stick which the Pokot Moran or man or old man uses only when he wants to let these animals to go for grazing he uses this stick. So, and when he comes again in the evening, he keeps the stick for fighting and also the spear, and then he uses this stick for just bringing the animals into the boma. So this one for the, yeah, for the cow, for yeah, hiding the animals. This one is for the same purpose but used by different age groups. Can say this one is for the old man. Old man. This one is for the old lady. So there's this goes on this side, want to support the hand because when an old lady is walking, easy to if you touch here then easy to do like to sleep like this way. So it goes like this. And also the same man is also doing like that. So when also sitting down, he's supporting well and he sits comfortable. And then he gets his chair like this. And the chair is this way. Now it's like this. See? So this is the reason of this one now. We come to these two skins. These things, or this skin is not here, or it's not like this, or we don't wear these skins like this, the way it is now. You see this one is decorated with beads, or natural beads, and this one is decorated with colorful beads. Now, I've just made these two skins to illustrate only or to represent the mark of the ancient beads, which the Bokos were wearing before, the colorful beads were there. And these represent the mark of the beads of the modern times. So, all the types of the beads which you can see here is the one now which you can see people are still wearing up to this moment. It's only this beads which you can see that only the Salams ladies are still wearing the natural beads. That's not cow now for the neck, which is now this one. This is the cow. We call it cow for circumcised ladies. It's made from a stick, some stick. They cut into pieces and then they make a hole with a wire and then they make it to now round. Come this side. This is a short trouser made of skin for young boys. This short trouser made of skin, it was not there. Even if the skin is now for the animal, it was only copied from the modern clothes.
Okay.
So the lady who made this skin, this short trouser, and also this shirt, this is a shirt, there's a pocket here. So sometimes here, I used to have my project dancers, and normally when we go for ceremonies, they wear them to show that they are in real traditional clothes. This was a jacket or a coat, also the same, made of skin. It was not there. Now, here is chair. This one we call it a chardung tea for the old men. The old men are not carrying this one to where they are resting. No. It's only they keep it at home. When the husband comes, now the lady, after seeing her husband that he has come, he has to go immediately to the house to bring the chair for the old man. So the old man can sit comfortably. If I need the old man, this one is a small one. This is for headrest only when sleeping. And when the old man is walking the whole day, he used to walk with this. He has to walk with a small one. So reaching Koko, where they have this resting place during daytime, they sit on. They use it for sleeping. In the evening coming home, they use this one to sit on. operating at the center of the ground. Consideration for the age, small, young, initiated men, those who have did initiation, that is Sapan. This one is for the old man, old men. They just maybe they carry this way, and they walk like this, and then they hold this stick like this, or they can also take like this. This is for old men. This one is also for the young men, for address only. This one is called Chuma Perit. This is a promotion. When one is to get this, he has to do the initiation, and immediately after killing the animal, he has to put the mat on the head, and then he will be given this one. Yeah, as a way of promoting him up. Now, this chair, young boy who has not yet done initiation or sapana, is not allowed to use or to catch it or to handle it or to carry it or to try to use it for resting or sleeping. So this is illegal for one to use. But if one comes to use, then something bad will happen. Maybe some of his knee can get swollen only. Until you kill a goat, and then the old man now will do a cut a right back leg. They do something else, we call it amuro. Now that's the time now will get better. Or the swelling will go away and you get. Here is a hole. This is a hole of a cow. The Pokot ladies used to put oil and oil starts oiling the people during ceremonial time. When there is ceremony for Sapana or transition ceremony, when the ladies are graduating, when the boys are graduating again from for transition, so they use this. Put the oil the ladies who are coming for the ceremony, oil also the men who have come to the ceremony. So it's a sort of blessing. Yeah. To oil one with the animal oil is to give him blessing. Yeah. You don't use the oil which you buy in the shops. But nowadays, they have come to use now the fat from the shops, like cooking oils, because after only lucky sheep to slaughter and fry the fat side so that the fat can come, so they use them instead. We call it lal. Here, we call it mat. This one doesn't have the cover or the lid. This one has it. We call it mat in our language. We use this one for killing an animal during Sapana time. We use also to kill a goat when one is sick. Then the men have to come, surround the sick person, try now to make some sound, trying to chase the evil from the sick person. Now, they say now, so and so, now the lady or the mother of the child who was sick has to say now, I quarreled one day with so and so. I borrowed some, there was another lady who came and borrowed me some sugar, but I refused to give him. So maybe she was annoyed. So now they say, you the lady with bad heart, now we cut you, we kill you with a knife, go with your sins, go, drop with the sun, drop. So that time now, when doing prayer things, they have to happen these things when they are chasing you. Now, finishing chasing the evils, they start closing the spear. Now, start now blessing, praying God.
bring life from east, facing east. That's the sign now. And then if you do like that, while the spears are closed. And they start releasing the sick person that they kill according to there now they will eat. At the moment, when you don't have a goat to be killed for such a cases or problems, the person or the father of the sick child has to buy beer for the people to enjoy. Yeah. So, like that. Now, here is two small kids. This one is for small children. Here on top, you can see some drawings. This is women's stages. This is from childhood to oldhood. With this drawing, this one is different. From here up to here. We have 6 age groups, or according to groups. There's childhood. Now this is after maybe when child is 6, 1 year, to on the front side. If it is a girl, she can work without clothes, or she can have one only. And for the good lady or for the good mother, you have to try to look for 2, the small ones, one at the back and one in the front. And with one, this on the neck. This one is for the small children, to show the sign of a girl. This one one. Even if the child is walking without in, he has to have this pink one. The lips not so wide like this, should be even on this side, just half of it, to show that she's a girl. This one is uncircumcised girl now. This is matured now. Now the small one we call it moon. For the circumcised, or which is ready now to be circumcised, we call it Sorin. Now, here, you can see, this is now circumcised lady. When a lady is circumcised, the ladies or the old ladies which are doing these surgeries, they check the beads which was worn by which the lady was wearing, and also the skin to be like they are pregnant from that lady. And now the lady will start now wearing full dress without any beads. It's only that she has to have the beads to cover the face. We call it chemirmat. They have this type of beads to cover their faces when they are walking. These beads could help them not to be discovered by their fathers whenever they will meet with their fathers on the way abrupt or in the shop corner. They finish their circumcision. Unless until they will graduate, that's the children, that's the time now, the children will come home in the night, then they come, they hide it themselves in the other houses, and then tomorrow morning, when the sun sets, the child will come at the center of the boomer, trying to hit it. Standing at the middle of the center of the boomer, facing east. Now the father will come with small calabash with milk of a goat or a cow, which has not yet lost its calf or kid. The clean one, and even there's no snake which has tried to bite it. So after putting the milk, now the father now is to open a small space here on the face. Now they start pouring the milk here. Now the milk comes now goes with it, sitting on the chest. Now and then you get again the oil. Oiling, passing, bring only 2 fingers only to get the face, oiling here, and then oiling on the leg here, Yeah, that's the time now. That's the time that when the lady now will open there. And now that for his father now can see him and can tell him now. When pouring this milk, now he's telling on that time now, thanks my daughter for respecting me. I've continued with that respect and be like that. God bless you. When the ladies are graduating from the initiation, that's the time now they will be given these colorful beads. Full, 6, the small one of the small size, and three of the small size, and then 3 of the big size, which is, these are now the big one, this size, and the small ones are now this one. Now, on that time, now this is how now that baby will look like after wearing the colorful beads. Now, on this day now, this is the time now, and when she's now ready to be married on that time now. Now, and if there's no one who has come to marry her or to ask her, then this clothing on top of the head. This feather represents for just advertising her that, well, when he's working, he's going to say now, say, it's a way of like saying, I'm ready to be married by anyone, or I'm available to be married. Eh? So, now, after she will be married, they will start removing this feather now. And then, she will look like this lady now. You see, she doesn't have. Now, means that this is now already married. Also, I said this feather now, this feather will help you to identify or to know that this lady is not married. Again, sometimes you can get one who is not having this feather, but is not yet married. So what you can do, in order to know that she is somebody's wife, you have to check on the right hand. Normally she has to have this bangle ring made of skin, like the one that is having in his right hand. Now, the reason of putting this is now it's now like to show that she's somebody's wife. So whenever you pass on the way with somebody's wife, you have to check the right hand before you greet him, her. And then when you see this thing, you see somebody's wife, I can't talk with her. And you pass. You ask, oh, I wanted to go somewhere, so could you tell me the way to that place? Now she tells you, let you go. You can't talk more, so. Yeah. So and the woman now is just to wear this skin. This is now the skin of servants ladies or married ladies. This one. You see. This one. When they are wearing, they do like this. And then you see this white. But sometimes you can see that they do like this. They make the legs there to be equal. Then they do like this. Then they start doing like this. Now when walking now, you see, it's like this. Yeah. So that's how they are.
What kind of skin is that?
This is goat skin.
Goat skin.
Yeah, it can be 3 goats or 4. But normally 4, 5. Yeah. Call it Jeptoro. I will call it sometimes colic. We're on the back side. This one is a tailor for wearing on the front side. This one is aliture for wearing across the chest to cover the breast, not to be seen. Sometimes not good for the father to see their to see their daughters, the breast. It's raised up, looking upright, like that. And now for the ladies, now sometimes they have to wear this one, and also one for closing up the chest. Straight. And even the mamas which are already married, they do also the same. Now this is a Poko lady. You see, pulling a donkey, carrying a bag or container. This is how the Bokotas are moving. As you all know that Bokotas are one of the pastoralist group. So when they are moving from one place to another, looking for pastures or grass, they use donkey to transport their things. So we can say that that container with the donkey is carried is this one now. This one. We call it this one Asacha. Now, these things in two types. Now they do like this. When they want to put now, they do like this. So this side goes to the other side of the donkey. This one goes again to another side. Now, on top, that's putting cover with a skin. Then they tie across. The reason is that to cover or to prevent the top leaves of the calabashes not to be removed by the thorns when they are going through another bush place. So the reason is that. We call it this one Makon. Makon, that's their general name, Makon. But if we set them differently, this one Kadang. This one is, call it this one Ngaswa. This is Ngaswa. This is Muka. We can say this one is soya for putting fermented milk for a long time for future use. As you know, because people are pastoralists, sometimes during the dry season, the cows move to far places looking for pasture. So for ladies and the cow and the goats, they have to stay or live around. They don't move because goats pastures are not so hard to get. So the cows which are looking for grass, they need place where there's much grass or more grass. So that's how they move. Now, when the cows are now away and it's dry season, now the fermented milk. Imagine this milk now has been kept here for maybe 1 year. Now it's totally now, say, bitter or fermented. So what they do, they remove a little bit with a stick, and then they put on a sufuria, and then they stir with hot water. And then they start dividing to the number of the children now, so that the children can use it together with the ugali. You know ugali?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's how they do now every day. That's it. So that's the way of preserving milk for future use. This one is one of the soya also. Now, for this calabashes, sometimes when the father is, men are always respected by ladies. So, when there is now a lot of cows in the boma, they milk the cows or the animals and then they put each and every calabash. The father must know his own calabash, his calabash for the old man. When he comes during daytime when the lady is not around, he has to pick, then start drinking the milk which is inside. If there is no milk in this calabash, he can't take any milk from any other calabashes. Not good. Also children, they have their small calabash, of which a child, when she feels angry, she comes and checks his calabash and he drinks his milk. So every child must know his own calabash. She can't come and look, bring any milk from any other calabash. Now, when the friend of the father comes, when maybe the father is away for a safari somewhere, so the lady now must remove the milk and give to that man, that sister, if he is friend of the husband. But if he is friend of her daughter son, then there's calabashes for boys. Or she can give any milk from the other calabashes. So they do that way. Yeah, this is wooden plate. It's in
I get the video.
now. Here there is two types of head cap. This one is with two black round feathers. This one is with one big white feather. Now, this one is for the young men, which are now done in Sapana, which are new. But this one is for the old men, which are not longer, their hairs are, which they are no longer hairs growing on their head. So they make this, in order so that when the ceremony in the Buma, start wearing this. This is. They put a long feather like this, of which some boys or one man, some of the dancers of my group took 2 days a long feather for his wedding. So normally, I used to help people, if the old men, so they have ceremonies in their families, they come and ask these things, they go and use for their dance. Finishing the ceremony, they return it back. That's the way of, that's why we keep these things here. You don't keep it here for only look or beautiful, no. Just for helping. Even the school students, they come and borrow them sometimes, they go and use it for their exhibition or musical festival. And then they return it back. This is another head cap. This is the original one, made from clay soil. They make it like this, then they put the blue color, and then this now looks like. First, before I go those, I tried to make this one just only by trying to make by hand, but it was difficult to make it. Because when I was on this side now making to be carved like this, the other side was continuing cracking. So I managed to ask or to request one of the people who have these things to cut for me from their heads, and then they can make another one. So they managed to cut for me, and then I bought it. So that's how I went to get it. Otherwise it was difficult to get. But this one, it's made of wood. But it was copied the way now this is like. The decoration is the way it is. How they do. So it's made of wood. This paint now, blue paint. This is rapta. This is mignon. This one is what people are using for sleeping, like mattresses. See? This one is for the big men. The big one always must be the father's or husband's bed. But the small one is the one for the father for the husband to rest on until he gets his meal. After getting his meal, he goes to the house, sleep with the other one, sleep. This big plate, wooden plate, is for the old men to use for putting ugali or meat or sometimes soup Yeah. And sometimes we use this size for fetching water animals during dry spell on the well. This is circle. Normally put honey, or we store honey on it. Made of wood, covered on top with the skin of a cow. At the bottom, the skin of a cow. Now, here is also some other drawings, for conflict. Now, you see this man is, I think it's dark, cannot see well.
Yeah.
Now, this man is fighting with using shield and spear. This man is using arrows. Means that these people, they are fighting and they are different tribes. But for one tribe, they fight normally with sticks only, if they are belong to one tribe. Now, this is a bleeding arrow, of which normally they are using to bleed animals in order to get the blood. This is bait for bottles for the, we call it for war. This for the circumcised boys. They use it to come on their face when they are in circumcision college in order not to be seen or not to be discovered by their mothers. So they do it. For the boys, they are not allowed to be seen by their mothers before they finish their college. And also the girls, like that, they have the beads so that they will not be seen by their fathers. So they do like that. Now, you can see this skin, this skin. This is, you see it's already painted with blue or red paint. This is for circumcised boys. During circumcision period, boys are not allowed to use any clothes. They use skin like women. There's no difference whether with Mary or the guys who are in circumcision. It's only that the difference is that they oil the skin with the blue, with the red paint.
Aren't the skins made out of their mother's, some of their
made
mother's
by
skirts?
the mother.
But are they made out of their mother's skirts?
Yeah.
That's what I thought were
Later on, the ladies can go and use it again after finishing their college. Now, this is also some beads for the men. Here is drawing men's stages from childhood to oldhood. This picture should be here. So, you can follow here, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, the whole page. This is how the sound the boys look like when they wear this big skin. This is how the men, after doing this initiation, Sabana. You see they are having the promotion chair. You see this holding. Having two spears. Now, this is the face cover. We call it face cover, this piece. This one is for the top. This one is for the bottom after that, and the face. This one is for the neck cover, down here. This one is the chest cross covers. This also is head, face covers. This is the neck covers. This is this again wound on the arm, made of plastic. We call it apoitis. So this one is for the face cover, we call it arethritis. This one is called arimet, arethritis, or matorentin. Call this one caresin. We call this one ngerertin. We call this one arethritis. We call this one caresin. We call this one apoitis. Here is some jingle bells. We use them, or we wear them during ceremonies only. So when there is no ceremony, you don't wear. Sometimes ladies are wearing when they are joining or when they are going for wedding for their son. So they wear this. And sometimes if you don't have jingle bells, you use this cowbell. This is a small skin for digging made by Ansansa's girls, and then they tied to small boys, and after the small boys get them, they go and dig this if you know districts. And then they collect the bones, and then another getting, they return it back to the lady. And when returning these bones, they connect it with the skin, and then they send the message to the ladies, and then the ladies to the ring dance, and then during daytime. And then, after doing that, they take the skin to give to the ladies. Now the ladies, that's time now the lady, the boy now will have win the skin. Yeah. There's also another important thing here. This is priest visiting ladies' belly. Tied here by the lady. This one, it's tied or it's given to a lady immediately after delivery or after giving birth. The reason is that they tied it on the spot after the child comes out, and the reason is that it's supposed the intestine not to harm after the when the child is in the child's house now, you see that it looks like empty or the lungs and intestines are hanging, so they tied it quickly. And on that time again, it helps also when there is no food for giving that lady. Then this one helps again to push the intestine up to look as if it is, to feel like it is full up, as if the food is ready. And then when now the food is ready, now it starts to open, and then they'll drink as much as you can. So again, this one works a lot, or means a lot in the traditional culture. Or it has many purposes or reasons. Sometimes it's worn by the ladies when their children are sick, to keep them, that they are, to give them farm that their child or his child or her child will get better. So it gives a hope, strong hope or strong faith. Again, when the Pokot, Moran or young men are going for raiding, it means even if the lady is very hot, it's not able even to walk, she has to tie on her stomach to keep her hope that this son will go in a peaceful way or safely, and then will come back safe, with her safe. When they will arrive, they start removing and tie it on this thing. They don't hide it, or they don't put on the boxes, or they don't put under the bed, they tie it here.
This is the river, and we're leaving on the 1st. Lobsters that were just on the side of the road.
Get both of them on the road.
We're on our way before we get to Monaco.
Oh, here's the other one coming. That's what I was hoping, that they both get on the road. Excuse me.
Am I in your way?
I'm not in her too. Thank you. I was doing them a little further over.
Pretty flowers on the side, kind of the countryside after it rains and rains. These are some monkeys playing as we're getting ready to go into Baringo Park. I mean to Nakuru Park. Warthogs just grazing here in the park. Next to some gazelles and stuff. There's a Cape buffalo who stood up to let us get a good picture of him. Behind him is the lake.
What kind of start? marabou starks.
There's a marabou stark out here.
And there's a, oh, look at that book flying down.
And here's the flamingos on the lake. You can see the pretty pink. And here's the stark, and then some other geese here.
Your jacket to wipe the water off.
That's okay. You can use my t-shirt if you need to. There's some more of the flamingos out here. Nice warthog here who is going to pose for us very prettily here. Here's some more warthogs. And here are these other animals. I'm not sure what they are. We're just going down the road inside the park. See all the pretty trees from the side. Fowl.
Were you ready? Yep.
This is a rhinoceros out here.
This is a white rhino.
White rhino.
They're grass eaters. Grousers. I mean, grass eaters. Black ones are.
Here's this warthog right here.
Look over here. Look over here.
Hey, boy. Rhino is close to me.
Ride him, Jackie. Ride him.
He is a big fella. In the lake, you can see the flamingos down here.
Lake Nakuru.
Lake Nakuru. And this is the city of Nakuru down there. Now we're looking at the park and the lake. Buffalo down there.
Yeah, they're all driving out of that summer.
There's the giraffe. And here's a baboon that just came up here to let us take his picture. He's sitting up here so nicely for us.
I didn't expect him to jump on. He does this. He probably holds his hand out for a finger. I just thought he was down there someplace, you know. He was. He just was right here. Look here.
You gonna make a noise for us again? It's on the mama's back. Big buffalo right here in the middle of the road here. If Rebecca needs to go, you know, we can, if that's what she's waiting for. Bunch more in our roadway.
Fine.
We're
I'm
fine.
relax on. I'm fine.
I'm okay. Whole bunch of rhinos right here. All cactus trees up here. First of all, these cactus trees. Bunch of baboons in the trees.
It's kind of dark. But she's got this mama's got her baby.
Yes. See, I've got it on night, so you get
Good. She's got a baby there. The side?
no,
Not the
it's
front one.
the back tree. That's what here's the mama's holding the babies right there.
Yeah, that's cute, but she's sat down now.
Are they waiting for us?
Mhm. These are three ladies after they got their hair done, ready to come out of Africa. That's their flowers. Look like they're going to a wedding or something, I guess. Who's the one still in Africa?
Still dirty.
She hasn't had her hair done yet.
All right. And here we have Margaret back from the bush.
Say hello to Dad, Mom.
Hello there.
And this is Jackie. This is back from the bush, and she is getting ready for Jeff and for being back in civilization. And this is our room here at the St. Mary's, an old establishment. Now it's a Sunday afternoon. This is some of the beautiful poinsettias. It goes so big here. And this is the back of the main house. There, that's just perfect.
Really, thank you very much indeed, my dear.
Yep.
Lovely to be admired.
Heck yeah. And they can get to hear your voice that way too. And this is on a wall here at the St. Mary's School. And as you can tell, this is called Golden Shower. Very pretty. And here's some more pretty flowers. This is above the carport. That's the other side of the house. And this is the church. The singing and hearing is from the music room. Our island camp. That's the bathroom there. We have flush toilets. And this is the house. It's a little thing over a tent. And this is the other house that we will be staying in. It's not ready for us at the present time.
So then they
And
redid
this
it
is
so
the
then,
view from off of the veranda.
back. okay, Rebecca, now, they did some adjustments on it. Can you go try it out again? So then I go down, sit down.
This is the stairs. And when it's clean, this will be one of our rooms here.